Dusty plains and broken dreams. Cowboys and Indians on the same team. We got no masters, only our creed to break the chains and set us free. Riders on the prairie, the wild and free. Bows and arrows, cold 45's decree. No more tyranny, no more lies. Under open skies we rise. Fight, fight, fight till we reclaim the night. Cowboys and Indians in the blazing light. Fight, fight, fight till the dawn is near. We'll never live in fear. On the blood moon, we all unite. Horse hooves thunder in the night. No longer slaves to the empire's might. Strength in numbers, strength in rise. On the blood moon, we unite. Horse hooves thunder in the night.
Welcome, my fellow tribe of patriots, to another episode of the Cowboys and Indians podcast. I'm your host, the Native Patriot, and of course with me today, as always, even though he's in a different location, is Steve at Steve Loves Ammo. Steve, how you doing today?
Dude, I'm fantastic. You know, I'm so dedicated to you guys and to you, Maurice, that I'm here. Not on location. I'm here in North Texas, and dude, life is great.
You know what's crazy is the clear picture that I have of you right now is better than what you have at home because of the internet.
Dude, blame Elon Musk, dude. I don't know. Well, I shouldn't say that. I might get canceled or I might get my account ripped. Anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
So, dude,
I am still sick, by the way. I'm gonna power through it because I don't really care all that much.
Any dances before the show? Like healing potions maybe you took? I don't know. I don't know what the engines do.
Well, they usually have medicine women, and I don't have that. I found myself a good old hot woman, and she runs the household. So
that's fine. Well, it is what it is. You know, maybe you can go to a reservation, and then go get some medicine, holistic type medicine. I don't know. I'm just thinking outside. I don't know.
Actually,
so you're gonna have to handle the chat tonight because I don't see anything.
Okay.
Like what we're commenting on, so you can, if you want to pull it up, I'll address whatever.
Well, yeah, I could do that. That's no problem at all. Damn, that's a nice cigar you got there. You guys, if you can, please share this podcast. It is the way we grow. You know, we're on episode 88 today. We've been doing this for a little while. Yeah, and even with taking breaks, you know, we've taken breaks back and forth.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's been a good journey so far. I know we got. Oh my gosh, Steve!
Oh God!
Troll says, "Steve, is that a blunt?"
You can. It identifies as whatever you want it to be. How about that? No, it's a Cuban cigar.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fair. That's fair. You know, we were talking Monday about the craziness that was going on in New York, and we figured that Zoran, I don't know how to say his
Mamdani,
name.
yeah.
Mandami, yeah, that he would win, and he did. Mm-hmm. He won.
Yeah.
And the first thing he did after winning election is to ask for more money. He said, I'm going to provide all this free stuff, I promise you, but first, give me your money.
Yeah. So, dude, didn't he say he wanted to raise the minimum wage to $30 an hour?
Dude, he's a lunatic.
I believe so, man. And it's like, okay, good job, New York City. You're gonna have a $19 Big Mac. Like these people, they're insufferable. Like, and that's why like 1 million New Yorkers want to move out of New York City, because I mean, who wants to live in that communist dystopia? And like, to be honest, like I made a post, and someone made a brilliant point. Why don't these New Yorkers, these conservative New Yorkers, move to outlying country states like New Jersey, Pennsylvania, flip them red, and then, dude, if you flip those, like there's like 3 states, I can't remember, maybe Delaware, I can't remember exactly, but we would gain 5 Senate seats and 18 electoral college votes. if that happened. That would completely change the makeup of the country.
Bro, you're expecting people to actually think before they do something,
Well,
and
yeah,
I'm
they're gonna,
losing faith in that.
that's also true. They're gonna move to like Florida or Texas, and then like continue to vote the same policies like a bunch of retards that they are. Hey, are we on cue?
We are.
Okay, all right. I always have to ask because like I
Yeah.
have to have my Q filter, not my QA non filter, but my Q like
Yeah.
PG 13ish.
We are streaming on Q, you guys, which is a streaming network, and it is one of our sponsors. I put the sponsor link in the description if you guys wanted to break away from like YouTube TV or a lot of these companies that will stream. You know how you have to go and you have to subscribe to 30 different apps in order to get the NFL, in order to get all this stuff. Well, Q has all that stuff. Q has all of almost anything you can think of can be brought up on Q, including podcasts like ours. We have our own dedicated channel on Q Network. So you got, and it's like $70 a month or $68 a month. It's not expensive.
Literally,
they're changing the game.
Literally sign up and you can see our sexy mugs like whenever you want. The Cowboys and Indians channel. Well, no, it's a Patriot Prayer Network channel, but you can be like, hey, I'm gonna record that because I want to see Maurice and his luscious locks.
Yeah, I got it tied up today. So
you need to get sponsored by Native, bro. And like you literally like just like you're in a river and you come out and you do that hair flip, like that Fabio hair flip. That would be amazing.
I mean, I would really love to do that. I would love to have a shampoo and conditioner sponsorship, but Native unfortunately got bought out by Procter and Gamble. So I can't get sponsored by them.
You can't be like a Troy Polamalu with Head and Shoulders. You remember that?
No,
Troy
I don't.
Polamalu, he was what is that? The Hawaiian people. I can't even remember. I almost said Maoist. Oh my god, I can't even think right now. But anyways, he's like one of those African kinds, like oh my god, The Rock. What is The Rock? Samoan. Oh my god, dude, I could not think of that. But he's Samoan, right? But he had like really long hair, and he got sponsored by Head and Shoulders. So
must be nice. Must be real nice. But I'm learning how to create my first invoice. So with sponsorships, because normally Eddie handles all that stuff, and I mean it's kind of like what I do at my own work. I'll install the tires. I don't sell the tires. I don't haggle with the price. I don't do any of the paperwork apart from documenting what I did. Yep. Like I stay away from paperwork as much as physically possible because I hate it.
Do the work.
Yeah, I'm really good at doing the work, but now I have to create an invoice, and even though it's like very, very simple, it's not difficult at all.
So you have to use like your half white privilege to understand how to do paperwork.
Pretty much. Is that what that's
okay.
That's the only way I've been able to get this done. So, yep. Dude, but there's been a lot of blackpilling today around the country with what we've been seeing, because similar to what we saw with the Charlie Kirk assassination, there's been a lot of people, and a lot of women in particular, celebrating the fact that Zoran Mandami got elected, and it is disheartening to see. But at the same time, I believe that it's a good thing that he got elected, because I mean, like we talked about this on Monday. It's either full on communism with Zoran, or it is soft communism with Cuomo, and it's the status quo that's been going on for a long time. Which,
for sure.
Steve, I got to talk to you about, because I pissed off a lot of the boomers today because I brought them up and I blamed them for some of their shit. So after this video, we can rag on the boomers.
Sharia law starts now.
So okay, I want to play this again because I don't know if you guys heard that, but she says Sharia law starts now.
Oh, God. Okay. Without a headdress on. Got it.
Yeah. what is it called? A hijab?
The hijab, yeah.
Sharia law starts now. Absolutely. Zohran Mamdani, Islamic Caliphate, our brother in Islam, Islamic Caliphate of New York, starts today, baby.
I feel like these women are trying to joke around and make a parody out of it, but the problem is...
Yeah, it's almost like they're trolling.
Yeah. It's like the first time that I've really seen them kind of embrace the...
Sharia law. Yeah.
Yeah, what they're
You're
doing.
a feminist and you like Sharia law? Oxymoron,
Yeah,
but whatever.
it's crazy to me. But a lot of women, I mean, women overwhelmingly voted, especially Gen Z women, voted overwhelmingly for Zohran Mamdani. So,
Really? I didn't
yes.
Breakdown. Wow.
Yeah, it was like, I'll have to look it up, but I posted it earlier today.
Yeah,
There's just something so electric, so satisfying about knowing that my MAGA parents, wherever they are probably having a horrible night tonight. Oh, I literally just got goosebumps thinking about it. Like they are in such a bad mood probably about the fact that Zoran just won and Prop 50 is gonna pass. Like, wow. God, I'm sorry. It just makes me feel good that my MAGA parents are probably upset right now.
When the day starts with Dick Cheney being dead, it ends with Mamdani winning. Oh, yes. Oh.
Wow.
I'm so happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy.
Go hug your cat.
Sharia
Yeah, really. I mean, these women are insufferable.
Yeah. That's insane. Like, okay, so that's 3 clips.
It's the 19th.
Yeah, repealed it.
19th Amendment.
He said the 18th. Yeah, it's in the 19th Amendment. Yeah. But yeah, dude, it's kind of insane. Well, actually, no. These people are so brainwashed, man. Like, they do not understand what they're voting for. I've seen a video prior to this where some, I guess an independent journalist was going around and asking them who they're voting for. And it was a white lady, I believe, it was a white lady. And they were like, hey, who are you voting for? And the lady said, Mamdani. And the independent journalist was like, hey, do you understand that, like, this guy wants to make sure there are less white neighborhoods and you're going to pay for it, right? And
Yep.
And the lady was like, no, he's not. He brought up the website. It's literally one of the first things underneath on his campaign website. So these people are, I think at the end of the day, the people that are posting this online are willfully ignorant. Like they are choosing to spread this propaganda. They're the useless eaters that Hillary Clinton talks about. They are the people that are so ingrained.
Can you read that?
F you, Ash. I'll just say that because we're on. I can't say that. But anyways, we have to regurgitate the same stuff because they are regurgitating the same repeated patterns. So it's almost like we have to fight them with the same stuff at the same time. Whatever, Ash.
Did you also see that Zohran Mamdani is a Nazi? So not only is he a Jew hater, but he's a full-on Nazi.
I did not see that coming.
Check this out.
Here we go, guys. Nazi salute incoming.
New York,
Wait for it.
power.
Here it comes.
it's yours.
Come on, where's the
This
salute?
city belongs to you. Thank you.
Nazi salute.
Do it again. Do it again.
Nazi
No!
Mamdani making history.
Nazi
tonight,
salute.
addressing
That's twice.
Ecstatic crowd of supporters, saying we have toppled a political dynasty.
Three.
Turning
Nazi
the
salutes.
page on a politics that
Wow.
New York,
the
this is
men
what you
and
voted
answers
for?
The crazy thing is the left used, like Elon Musk obviously did the same thing.
Right.
And they
But it's
used
like-
that to justify burning
Yeah.
random like citizens' Teslas.
Yeah, turnabout's fair play, in my opinion. So Zig High, Zohran Mamdani.
Yeah.
It's-
I mean, I just now I would like to. I wanted to play that just because people need to realize that it's never about like these people don't hold any true beliefs. They literally will just use out of context clips and words as if they're just tools so they can attain power. That is it. These people don't hold beliefs. They're NPCs. They're sheep.
Yeah.
They are.
They're pretty like high level, I guess, kind of thinkers. Does that make sense? Like, so they'll just like kind of like scratch the surface on a lot of different social issues, but when it comes down to like discussing like policy and change and things like, there's nothing behind them. Like a Harry Sisson, he will just like rapid fire talk to people and rage bait people online, but he has actually no substance. He's just a rage baiter. That's all he does.
It's really sad to see it continue on for as long as it is, and even in Democrat strongholds, to see them just overwhelmingly win. It's frustrating to see, and I know it's not the end of the world. I know that. I mean, this was to be expected, right? This is definitely to be expected, but it is kind of a warning shot to the Republican, the GOP party, those fucking spineless. Oh shoot!
Boom!
Those spineless cowards that are so unbelievably weak. It is a warning shot to them that and you know what? Maybe the GOP wants Trump to lose the midterms.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Like, because is there really any difference between the GOP and the left right now? Not really. We can maybe point out a couple things, like maybe like gun control and the trans issue and illegals, but that's about it. Like, both parties send money overseas all the time, dude. They don't care. They love the military industrial complex because they're backed by these lobbyists and NGOs. So they honestly, like, they don't care. And because we don't have term limits, they feel like they're pretty much invincible, right?
Yeah.
Because,
complacent,
like,
entitled.
Do you know what the Do you know what the statistic is for someone getting primaried? Whoever's an incumbent, they have an 80% chance of winning their reelection over a primary candidate or primary challenger. So, like, you have an 80% chance of, like, just beating everybody all the time. And then when you have states that have open primaries like Texas, you have the Dan Crenshaws that get reelected because Democrats will vote for people like Dan Crenshaw because they're like, do we want somebody that's actually America first? No. We want somebody that's part of the Uniparty. So they'll vote Dan Crenshaw's in to continue on the Democrat agenda. Yeah, that's the truth.
They will, 100%. And I want to play this video by Charlie Kirk here because rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. But in all reality, he was spot on about this. And well, let's just listen to it first.
Mamdani should be it's a coming attraction of what is coming next.
Who's Mamdani?
Zohran Mamdani, the Muslim communist that is running for mayor in New York City, who obviously there's a whole rabbit hole we can go down there. He just looks kind of be like central casting, and his ideas are terrible. He wants the city to run the grocery stores, all that. But I think everyone's kind of, not everyone, but most people are missing the point of really what this is. This is yet another distress signal by young people to say, hey, if you're not going to fix our life economically, we're going to get very radical politically. Now, let's take a step back. President Trump won the youth vote in many states across the country, in many battleground states. Now, Tucker, 12, 13 years ago when I started Turning Point, if you would have told me that a Republican running for the presidency would be winning the youth vote in Michigan and in Arizona, I'd say no way. It's an incomprehensible accomplishment of what President Trump was able to do. One of the reasons he was able to win younger voters and younger men, especially in big numbers, is that they were trying to get their leaders' attention. They said, hey, this guy, Donald Trump, he is pledging to go fix our economic anxiety. He is loud. He is going to get your attention. Donald Trump was a distress signal by a lot of young people, especially young men, that were stuck in a credit-centric renter economy. And again, this is what is the rise of Mamdani. It's just another iteration of this, only from the left.
What do you think?
Man, how far down this rabbit hole do you want to go? So, I do see that kind of blew my mind about Gen Z leaning conservative, for Michigan and Arizona. Which, I mean, Arizona is kind of like a purple state, but Michigan is solid blue. So that kind of gives me hope for the future. but I know we were kind of talking about boomers and things like that, and I do think they're one of the most selfish generations ever, and let me explain why. Because boomers, they came after World War II, right? And World War II is considered that era is considered one of the greatest generations ever. And I think the boomer class could not live up to the expectations of, what the World War II vets and, the men and women that actually went and fought fascism abroad. So what did they do? Did they assist or help out Gen X and millennials? No. So let's bring up student loans, for example. Those are the people that are actually that set up student loans with these 10% higher interest rates instead of being there for those people saying, hey, look, these student loans, they're garbage. Like you should not be getting yourself this far into debt, especially if you have an ACT of like 17. You're kind of like mildly retarded. Like, why are you going to college? You should be going to trade school. But no, let's charge you for decades upon decades. So, dude, like now, what does that happen? What does that do now? Now, like, there's no generational wealth at all. Like that stuff is gone, dude. Taxes are into oblivion. What, like we got rid of the gold standard, so that in itself was, we're printing money time and time again, and it's not Gen X or millennials that are doing this. Well, maybe now, but beforehand, like we got set up for failure from boomers, and we need to have a serious talk about that. I mean, I don't like hate boomers because of it, but we need to have a reality check on what happened in this country.
Yeah, and this is a point I bring up often that like I don't blame every single boomer, right?
No.
They're in a lot of ways a part of the culture as we are today, right? Like we use cell
yes.
phones that are mined by like the cobalt in the batteries in our cell phones are mined by children slaves in the Congo, right? It's and we partake in this, but
Yes.
the boomer generation in particular, I think their biggest mistake was failing to pass on tradition. They failed
That's
to
also
pass
true.
on the Christian morality that built this country, because Gen X is overwhelmingly like there's a the big there was a big fall off of Christianity with Gen X. And I think that boomers in a lot of ways just assumed that the morality of Christianity that built this country would just carry on without
Right.
them enforcing it, without them teaching it, without them embodying those values. And you get to Gen X, you get to millennials, you get to Gen Z, you get a copy of a copy of a copy with
Correct.
revolt.
Yes.
With
Yeah.
revolt from the younger generation. So now what we have with Christianity is this, it's like it's a very, very
Watered
soft.
down.
Oh,
Yeah.
so much. It's so watered down to the point where many churches embrace gayness, embrace the entire
Yeah.
LGBTQ
Very true.
community, because they're more concerned about retaining numbers in their church than they are about spreading the word of God.
Yes. So, so I don't want to really get down that rabbit hole on what I really think about organized religion, because the Bible does tell you if it's three or more people speaking the word, that is church, right? But we do have the issues where I think there was one clip that I saw where some guy, like, he opened up church doors, and dude, there's pride flags at the altar.
Yeah. No,
Like
fuck that. Or screw that.
Dude, that's two. So I'm
know.
on my best behavior right now, Maurice. Maurice just made me like my cell phone more. Oh my god, that's so funny. But yeah, dude, I think it. So I think the common theme here is the lack of standard, the lack of accountability, and it did start, from the boomer generation. So not every, like you were saying, like not every boomer is culpable or has some total responsibility behind it, but like a majority of the degradation of society started there. And you had Woodstock, and then you continue on through Gen X, and then all the way up to Gen Z, which I think Gen Z is probably the most based since World War II. So in my opinion, like Okay, so I do speak to a lot of Gen Zers, and I think a lot more Gen Zers are conservative than you think, because they've been exposed to the propaganda that was kind of heightened because of the lack of accountability from Gen X and millennials. So they're growing up with all this stuff, and they're
Okay,
just
but
like,
really quick with the
yeah.
whole Gen Z thing, they may be conservative, but in a lot of ways they're completely incapable of upholding conservative values. And they're incapable of living a life that would reinforce conservative values because they can't find women, right? Like the young men can't find women because the women tend to be whores, and they are selling their body on OnlyFans. Like from like ages,
Right.
10% of women in this country are on OnlyFans in ages like 18 to 24. It's insane. 10%. So, and that's
Okay.
the overwhelming majority of the good looking ones. So it is extremely difficult for young men to be able to get married to a
Mo,
woman.
that's 10% though. The other 90% aren't.
Yeah.
So in theory, that is a minority of succubi. Is that correct? Plural succubuses, plural succubi. So you have 10% that are involved in this degeneracy, dude. That is a low number in my opinion, because eventually, like that is going to. Yes, I know it's like okay, 10%. You look at the whole number. Yes, it's a lot. But in theory, 90% aren't conducting themselves in that behavior. So
Yeah, but
those,
the other top from 90% to 50%, right? That 40 percentage there, a lot of those women are still don't have the conservative values in any way because they've been raised to believe that abortion is okay, or they've been raised to believe that sleeping around is completely okay. So what ends up happening is that 40% gets taken by the top 2% of men that are following the Andrew Tates, right? The really good looking men that would just want to sleep with all the women. So all of a sudden, half of all women are completely ran through and done for.
okay, well then they'll probably never reproduce. They'll just be whores their whole life. So I think instead of like we do need to point out that degeneracy, but at the same time we need to focus that same effort into the good on the other side and mold those people. It's up to Gen X and millennials to show them the way. So like if you understand what I'm saying, like if we harp too much on how terrible those people are, but don't put that same energy into the people that are actually like doing good. Like there's one guy that's actually I'm gonna meet this Saturday in Nashville. He's a Gen Zer. His name is Dylan Ivey. He is 19 years old, and he is a stellar patriot, dude. He's 19 years old, and he is conservative as they come. He's trying to get involved with Turning Point. Do something for his country. Those are the people
Good.
we need to highlight.
I agree.
It's up to us, like Gen X and millennials, to highlight those type of people for the future of this country, while at the same time calling out, the degeneracy of the same time period.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a positive. And the only way to move forward is by embodying the values that we preach, or embodying the values that you wish to see in this world. So, I mean, I agree with you on that point for sure. But it's
the chat's popping, isn't it? I see you smiling.
Yeah, a little bit
the
here
chat
and
tonight, guys. I'm sorry, I can't.
well, like Shelly said, Tates are not good looking. Ash is trolling me. She's saying, Steve, your co-host is beneath your level of intelligence. She just hates me because I'm brown.
Oh, anyway, yeah. Recognize DEI. Okay, DEI is still alive in this podcast. I'm just playing. I love
diversity. I'm the diversity hire host. What's up, buddy? Makes sense if you don't think about it.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm correct,
up,
like 50% of the time, so it's okay.
Look at this little white boy.
What's up, dude?
This is Raylan.
It's dead. It's created.
Yeah, that's Steve. He's a boomer, remember?
Yeah. I'm like an older millennial boomer.
Yeah.
Hey, Raylan.
It's bed.
Yeah, Raylan's a good
When's
kid.
bedtime, buddy?
About an hour.
About an hour?
Yeah.
It's a circle.
Yeah, you see that? Who's that?
It's that's
And?
it.
And?
Grandpa. Yes.
What did he say?
It's Steve.
Say
He
Steve.
said Grandpa.
Grandpa. Oh,
Said
my
Grandpa
God,
again.
That's amazing. Oh, Grandpa Steve in the house.
Yeah, he's absolutely adorable. But I worry about the future for for my boy, right? Because think about this. I graduated from high school 15 years ago. I know I'm young. Okay, chill. I graduated from high school 15 years ago. Within that time, the national debt has almost quadrupled.
Yeah.
Okay. And it wasn't a steady growth. It was large increments that has been exponentially accelerating. So in the next 15 years, what should I expect? And if we don't radically change something, like what Trump promised was a revolution. And I'm not seeing that. I'm still seeing like the bill the reason the government shut down is because the Democrats want more than Joe Biden's agenda that they were continuing on. That's
Correct.
the crazy part.
It was essentially a CR that was going on.
Yes.
They were trying to give health care to illegals and trans surgeries on top of what was continuing on. But yeah, man, if we don't control our national debt, man, this country is absolutely toast. I don't care who's in power, because what is the valuation of the American dollar right now? Like, it's not worth $1. I think it's worth maybe like 25 cents, 30 cents.
If we're lucky. I mean,
I don't know.
I know that in the last 7 months we've lost over 10% of the value of the dollar.
Oh.
So it almost seems like I mean, I know Doge came in, but they weren't as effective as I had hoped. They didn't dress like and then Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, they talked so much about how they wanted to burn everything to the ground, and when they got in there, they're like, "We're gonna just put on a good face." And it's like I don't know if they got handed a file and they were like, "Okay, this is everything you ever did bad in your entire life, and if you don't toe the line, then all of this is going to come out."
Were they compromised? Yeah,
dude. Yeah, what happened? Why is the government just as big as it ever was? Why did Dan Bongino and Kash Patel not do a damn thing once they got into the FBI about cutting that? Like, Kash Patel famously said on the Tim Pool podcast that on day one he was going to turn the FBI office into a museum, and that they were going to go in there and just gut it completely. But instead they're like, nope, we're going to put on a good face and do the right thing, and we're going to keep funding everything and do overseas wars, and Epstein definitely killed himself and all this bullshit. I'm getting so, like, I advocated for Trump really hard to get him elected, because I was sold this idea that it was going to be a revolution of sorts, a revolution in the right way, right? Like, we were going to vote for it. We're not going to be violent and revolt about it. And it's just it in a lot of ways it is just the status quo with a little bit of wins here and there. We're starting to deport more. Okay, cool. But we're still funding Ukraine. We're still funding Israel.
Yeah,
we're still funding all of this crap.
Yeah, dude, I do agree. It's almost like this has become a lesser of two evils, because if Kamala would have gotten power with Tampon Tim, dude, this country would be ultra effed, right? Now we're just kind of like effed and kind of coasting along. So it's almost like a Cuomo versus Mamdani.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what it feels like.
So, but at the end of the day, brother, like the executive branch, they do hold power, but not as much as legislative. Like, our Congress is the true problem. And dude, we have so many rhino scumbags that, okay, so I think it was maybe last week, like, the Affordable Care Act was brought up again, Obamacare, with the government shutdown. But let's flash back to Trump's first presidency, whenever they want, like, Trump ran on abolishing the Affordable Care Act. But what did the Republicans do? I think it passed the House, but it failed in the Senate. So they're bringing this up again. But it's just like, dude, it's the same over and over cycle. And I don't think Trump has enough power to actually change all of this unless we rid Congress of these weak-ass Republicans, man.
These rhinos, these boomers.
War chest. How do we get these people out of power? like Lindsey Graham, dude. That dude probably has hundreds of millions of dollars for his reelection campaign. Like, how are we like? We have grassroots organizations. Like, this country is not going to change itself from the top down. Newsflash, everybody: Trump is not going to change this country. He's not going to send everybody to Gitmo. It just kind of is what it is at this point. The only way we can change our country is from me, you, people that are listening to this podcast, people that are actually getting out on the streets, campaigning. Like, people want to go after what's his name, the guy in Pennsylvania with his long hair. He's gay.
Scott Pressler.
Scott Pressler, because he's gay or he's cringe or some shit. But what the fuck are you? Oh, sorry. Oh, that's one. What the hell are you doing out on the streets? Who are you?
That's still a curse word.
What, hell?
Yeah.
No, it's not. There's only one curse word in the Bible.
No. I mean, but when you say in that
Oh,
context, like on TV, right?
Oh, okay.
You're
Well, yeah, whatever. So what the heck are you doing, guys? What
There
are
you go.
you? Are you out in the streets? Are you trying to collect votes? Are you canvassing? Are you door knocking? No, you're just going to complain about it online and expect things to change. It does not work that way. You have to get out and get yourself involved. And I'm going to stop there.
I mean, that's probably
That's
one
the
of the most
truth,
important
man.
things. Champ here says we wouldn't have a country. I'm assuming if Kamala would have won.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
already
beginning
know.
to believe
corporation.
that we don't even have a country though. Like I'm really starting to believe that we are literally just a corporation, and it's we're not the same that the founding fathers envisioned, right?
Mm-hmm.
They wanted
even
individual
close.
rights protected by government. And what we have now is an overbearing government that forces you to pay taxes so they can continue to print money and fund overseas wars constantly. And not only that, start a welfare program that overreaches to the point where we have 45 million Americans on SNAP. That's just on SNAP. That's like, dude, that is so many people. That's what, 15% almost of American citizens on that. And then you factor in Social Security, and then you factor in Medicaid and all of these other things.
We're going broke, dude. Like,
we're
I
not
think
the country we're supposed to be.
What happen is, like, we take the budget and we kind of like make an analogous kind of thing where, like, okay, this is like your own household, and you take like Social Security and you do like electricity and then like SNAP, mortgage, and you just break it down that way so people can compute how far into debt we're going. Like, that would be like, so the way the American economy or whatever you want to call it is, it's like someone, like one of our households opening up 2 lines of credit, these credit cards with like $30,000 in debt, and we maxed out, and then we're like trying to look for more, right?
Yep. Yeah.
E 1913, yeah, Federal Reserve.
Yeah. And every year we grow government, it becomes more and more, and that's why like.
So I'm very fiscally libertarian, dude. Like, I'm a constitutional conservative, fiscally libertarian. I guess that's my full, status, politically, because I think people should earn, you should not be given government handouts. Like, SNAP, done, 100% permanently. All these social welfare programs. And, dude, the thing that is so mind-boggling, we have 45 million Americans that are on government assistance for food, but we still have homeless vets. We still have veterans. Like me, for example, I'm trying to get in with the VA and it's socialized medicine. Let's be real, what the VA is. But dude, like, I need to go to the dentist, and I cannot get into February to get an initial consult with my dentist. That is absurd.
Yeah, Troll here says vets and military families are on SNAP. You're right. Yeah,
well,
and in a lot of ways, it's we've mistreated our veterans.
There's a difference.
I would say most of them do. I mean, obviously there's abuse in every aspect, and just because you're in the military doesn't mean that you're a good person, because there's a lot of bad people, that will abuse the system as well. But
Well,
I mean,
fair
at the
enough.
same time, there's a lot of people like I fully believe that you should use every tool at your disposal. But the problem with that line of thinking is that nowadays we're just going to continue the problem. But being somebody like a Rand Paul, right, or a Thomas Massey, that has literally just been shouting from the rooftops for years that, okay, our spending is out of control, but they have no way to create a coalition or a movement big enough to stop what's been going on. They've
true.
just been the one standing in front of the tank as it runs them over. They haven't actually done anything significant, and it's frustrating.
Because they can't.
I
Let's be real, dude. There needs to be drastic change in this country. Like, in my opinion, the only way, like, there are two different solutions peacefully. I'll say this to change this country is to do grassroots initiatives and try to root out, some of these rhinos that want to spend money and all this stuff, or two, a convention of states. But that is a double-edged sword because Gavin Newsom himself was calling for a convention of states to repeal the Second Amendment. So you have to be absolutely careful. Yeah, he stated that like 6 months ago, plus maybe something like that, and it brought me into perspective, or brought me back a little bit, how dangerous that could be. Whenever you call for a convention of states and you try to make changes to the Constitution, like term limits should be an absolute must. Congressional term limits would solve so much in this country, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, because you don't have like Nancy Pelosi's that accumulate hundreds of millions of dollars in wealth
or Joe
because they've
Biden,
been, huh?
or I said, or Joe Biden, or
Or
Elizabeth Warren,
yeah,
or
you don't
or
have these people that are career politicians making
Yeah.
hundreds of millions of dollars, dude. Like, something radically has to change in this country.
yeah.
We can't just be like shit posting online, or damn, that's too sorry. We can't just be posting, like memes online. I mean, you can, but at the end of the day, if you're not getting involved yourself, then don't come at me whenever things go south, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a raindrop, you can't blame a single raindrop for a flood, right? In a storm, and that's kind of what I feel like right now. It's just like we're experiencing the flood, and we're trying not to
drown.
Yeah, it's
To
tough,
be
man.
honest.
I'm just so worried about the future for my kids, and I try to like envision a future that will be beneficial to them, or maybe I can help create some generational wealth. But in order
you
to
own
do that,
land.
yeah,
There you go. That's a start.
I bought some back from the white man. You're right.
You took it back. That's part
Yeah.
of your reparations, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Single
No,
page
it's-
bills would be beneficial. I mean, the laws in this country are out of control. They've just been we've just gone so far beyond the pale that it's no wonder why Gen Z in a lot of ways are black-pilled, and why I can't imagine just starting out now and trying to get my life going, because like
Dude,
what I did.
home affordability is done, dude.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? $500,000. My 2 acres and my 29-year-old manufactured home that is 1,600 square feet is worth $500,000.
Oh my word, dude! Sell that and move to Texas.
I will in a couple of years.
I'm telling you, dude. $500,000 can get you so much in Texas. You can have probably like a 3,000 or 4,000 square foot house with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd only get after everything closes out, I'd probably only get like $200,000.
Okay, dude. Oh, 200 grand. You can have a very nice home. Very nice home.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to that, but I do have to wait a couple of years because of my first son. So, because like I was, I'm just as faulty as anybody else. I had a kid out of wedlock, and married his mother, and then divorced her shortly after that. So, before I started really looking at what was going on and why I was the way I am, why I
Yeah.
was raised the way I was, and started really looking at the outer, I guess the outer political nature of what's been causing a lot of our problems. Hey, we got a guy on Twitch. What's going on, brother?
On Twitch.
I'm streaming on my Twitch
Oh,
too.
nice.
So I started doing that again because I've had it for years. It's monetized. I just haven't really used it. So why not? It's there.
Man, I really wish I could see the chat tonight, but it is what it is. I'm having a good time, man. Just hanging out. Come to Texas.
Yes, yeah, we do some politics. We do talk about religion and family and cultural issues in general. If you have an X, you can look up my profile. It's the same name, Law Native Patriot. I know,
and the good thing, Maurice, I know he probably doesn't want to divulge this, but he is also a male exotic dancer. And he does.
That's why it rains so much in Washington.
Yeah, oh my god, that's so funny. Oh my god. So
It's
you're
Law
the
Native
reason
Patriot.
why Kurt Cobain did his, or no, Courtney Love. I apologize.
What?
Nirvana.
Yeah.
You know Kurt Cobain from Seattle.
Mm-hmm. He painted the wall. He's a great artist.
Shotgun. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, man. So you guys moving to Texas, or you guys gonna go to Idaho?
It's undecided.
Undecided, I'm just gonna say, man. So I come from Louisiana, and Louisiana is kind of good old boy politics. Where they're just let's do this government contract for the lowest bidder, and it's just really shoddy work, and they pocket all the money. Oh, we need to raise taxes because we need to do this again. It's kind of it's very corrupt, right?
Yeah.
And out in Texas, it's very different. If there's a highway that needs to be built, it's going to get built in less than a year, because they have time constraints and they will follow it. There's this one overpass where I used to live, 6-lane above a railroad track, and it was a 6-lane road all the way, probably I would say 3 or 4 mile stretch. Had it done in 6 months.
6 months? Oh my gosh. Dude, the roads around here, government work is it drags on for years. It's insane. There was a project that was supposed to take 3 months. It ended up taking 18 months. It was insane. So the road was closed down. The road that I take to work every day was closed down. It was okay, 3 months they're going to be doing this construction, and then it went over budget and it got delayed, and then so it was partially done for almost a year, and then they finally went back and finished it. It was a freaking nightmare. But whatever, just another thing.
But they're pocketing the money, dude. That's what they're
it's
doing.
great.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. The 5 and 16 here in Tacoma went 20 years. Yes, the 16 especially. So there's a highway, and they had all these
highway.
Freeway. Yeah.
Okay. State.
Dude, it was an absolute nightmare. They had this one intersection where I-5 crosses with Highway 16 to go to the peninsula, and it literally took 20 years.
No way.
They just finished it up, but for my entire life, pretty much before this, as long as I can remember, it had been under construction. It was insane.
Absolutely horseshit. That sounds so much like Louisiana. It's all the same playbook. Let's be real.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, do you want to? So maybe we should end today on a positive note instead of just trying to blackpill everybody, because you know what? Hey, what's up, quad boy? Look at that. Sometimes my wife and I do stream on Twitch. Actually, we're just starting to do this because we've been playing the Backrooms together after we put the kids to bed. Is that
the innuendo? Playing the Backrooms after we put the kids to bed?
No. I know. I'm. No, it's called it's just a Backrooms game. The Backrooms is this liminal space that everybody recognizes, but it goes on forever. It's outside of our dimension. It's weird, but it's pretty cool.
World type thing.
Yeah, and there's monsters in there and everything, and Ash is not a gamer, so it's really fun. I'm not much of a gamer either, to be completely honest. I play like a
Besides
couple
like
games.
Rocket League and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like overall,
Yeah.
but it's really fun watching her try to navigate through you can get away from monsters and shit, because she goes into full panic, and like there was a point when we were playing where she was in a hallway, and she was trying to run away from a monster, and she ended up just going back and forth in the hallway, and like her camera was just like this.
zero survival skills or anything.
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude, it was hilarious. I mean, because she can't get her coordination with the controller is virtually non-existent, and so a monster was coming, and she just was back here screaming her head off, and I could just see her like running back and forth, just cameras just going like this, just wild.
So we used to, as a family, when I was growing up, we had a Super Nintendo. We played Mario Kart like way back in the day, right? So my mom would be on controller, like she would like drive the cart or whatever, and like every time the vehicle would turn, she would do like this.
Yeah.
So that kind of reminds me of
just leaning into the turn.
Yeah. Like, hey mom, like all you got to do is hit the diagonal pad. You're good.
Yes, USSA is a play on the USSR. It's just we just voted in a communist for the first time. And I think that siding with the communists way back in the day was a huge mistake, and communism never really left, even though the Soviet Union fell, in like the early 90s or whenever it was.
Right.
I believe that communism never actually left. It just put its tendrils into the American system and
developed
grew.
a bigger roots. Like they kind of cloaked themselves a little bit better.
All right, Steve. Let me know if you would. Okay, we're gonna end the podcast here in just a minute.
Good note.
Yeah, and I want to know if you think that this is a good idea, or if this is kind of evil.
It's evil.
All right,
still proven otherwise. Let's go.
All right, check this. Listen up.
What is the most disgusting secret you're hiding? This bloke's gone next level here. My wife went out drinking with her friends and got shit-faced. I had to struggle to get her inside. She was blackout drunk, crying, puking. It was a nightmare, and not the first time she'd done it. After putting her to bed, I went out to the driveway and shit next to her car door and told her she did it.
So then she cleaned up his shit.
So he's gone with that. Also told her that our neighbour saw her do it. She found it going to work the next day. She has not gone out drinking since, and this was 4 years ago. She does drink it all. She's one and done.
Win for the boys.
That's pretty full on, isn't it?
That was fantastic.
Bravo.
I mean, 4 years of sobriety because he just.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? Is that a good strategy to handle? If your wife was getting a little wild.
I mean, it is what it is, but so the gig is up, right? Like he completely went out in public and said, "This is what I did." So I don't know. Maybe she's hitting the bottle again because now she knows.
No, I mean she may not watch the show. You never know.
Maybe, but if that gets back to her, she's definitely gonna Nancy Pelosi it up, probably. You know what I mean? But that's absolutely hilarious.
Do the ends justify the means in that case?
No.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I was a little torn on it too. I was like, that might be a little bit too far. But if
it's hilarious.
Just
oh man. She cleaned up his own poop. And that, to me, that's the icing on the cake. The chocolate icing on the cake, if you will. You're welcome.
All right, well, you guys, there's a strategy to handle your wife if she's getting a little too rowdy. Comes back blackout drunk, basically, just goes poop in the driveway, and tell her it was her, and then tell her the neighbors saw. So
yeah. Oh my word! Well, this is a good one, man. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Man, Twitch is firing up.
Yeah, it is.
See the chat right now.
Yeah, sorry, man. I can't post everything. Francine, thank you for sharing the stream. I really appreciate it. Sally, Sam, Quad Boy, even Ash. I'll thank Ash for coming today. But I do appreciate you guys joining
I'm
in.
Grandpa Steve now, so it's okay. Because I'm a boomer.
Steve is actually outside. He is away from his home.
Yeah,
and
catching outside. How about that?
Wow, very gay.
Yeah, pretty much. Whatever. Blame it on the revolver. Yeah. It's okay. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Whoops. They don't sponsor me. That's why I shouldn't have done it.
Grandpa Steve.
That's so fun. I love it, man. A lot of my subscribers actually do really enjoy the podcast, and they come chime in every now and then. So thank you guys.
Yeah,
like
great.
For real. You know, I got a good group of subscribers, and very supportive. So that's what it's all about, man. Like social media is of building like relationships with. There's really good patriots in this country, and they really do care. And we've done a lot of blackpilling tonight, but at the end of the day, like there are good-hearted people that really want to take care of this country, or like continue on the traditional values, or extend what this country was founded on. So those are the people we need to like promote and really, really form those alliances and friendships with.
Yeah, it's time to build a coalition that will actually embody the values that we wish to see in this world.
Patriots or something like that. I don't know. I've heard that once or twice. I don't know. Self-promote. Yep, there you go, Maurice. Self-promote it. Dude, you have not sent me a hat. We've been talking for years, and you've never sent me a hat.
I haven't even sent Mama a hat. Mama Jody.
Oh no!
No, look. I have the hats right here. They're signed and everything.
Wow.
And I keep forgetting to tell Ash to send them out because I have to write down. You know what? I'm gonna.
Mama Judy.
All right, hold on.
Like, do it right now. Like, we're gonna go live, and I'm gonna be on the live until you get them in the mailbox. Take your whole computer with you. Let's go. Go to the post office right now and send them.
My mailbox is about 100 yards away. So.
Okay. Well, you do like a lot of physical activity, so you can carry all of that stuff to the mailbox right now.
Well, you know what? I have them over there, so I'm going to talk to Ash after this. I'm going to write down the addresses and the names, so that way we can get those things sent out. Because, my lord, I put them here so I wouldn't forget, and then I forgot. So
the only reason you remembered is because I brought up Tribe of Patriots, and you're like,
pretty much.
Oh, look my hat. Oh, I was supposed to send this to Mama Judy. So you're welcome.
Yeah. I'll send them out. Actually, I won't. Ash will. It's not Ash's fault, though. It is definitely my fault.
Your fault. This guy.
Is. Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
The point of shame.
We got to make the world a brighter place the best we can. You know what? I'll give a little bit of a bright pill. We are not living under a monarchy. We are not living under a complete and total dictatorship. We do still have the Second Amendment, so we have the right to keep and bear arms. A lot of the freedoms that we still enjoy, we have the responsibility to practice. We have the responsibility to get good with a firearm. We have the responsibility to be as competent and capable as we possibly can be, and to pass those values on to our children. So if you wanted to do your part, if you are not going to get into the political sphere, then it is your duty to pass on tradition. It is your duty to pass on Christianity, to tell your children about Jesus and let them know that he is the one and only king that we serve and that we will kneel to. So there's a lot of hope, and you know what? That's the funny thing about hope, right? Is that nobody can take it from you. It's your choice whether you or not you believe in it. So
exercise that free will. Exercise your Second Amendment. Teach your children that communism has not and never will work, and New York City will be a testament again.
Preach, brother, preach.
That's a good note, man. I love it.
All right, you guys.
We're almost at an hour mark, dude. I was like, oh, let's do 30 minutes. Boom. Hour.
Yeah, it went quick.
Yeah.
It went quick. You guys, the sponsors for the show are down below in the comments. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and sharing the show and being so active in the chat. I'm sorry I can't get to all of it, but I do appreciate it. I try to read all of them, and I think that you know, in the end, we're gonna win. It's just it's a matter of time, and I know it's gonna get worse before it gets better. But
Dude,
you know,
keep the
I still got a
mentality.
lot of hope.
God has already won. It's already written. We're just along for the ride. Boom.
Yep. Take care, you guys. God bless. We will see you next week on Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tune in to my Twitch channel or YouTube, which is at Law Native Patriot. I try and do everything with the same handle to make it as easy as possible for you, and apparently I'm the only one that has that. So, of course, follow Steve over at Steve Loves Ammo. Give him a sub because I mean he holds a lot of spaces just for his subs. He does a really good job at engaging with everybody. I'm a little lackluster on that. I'm not as talented as you and engaging as much. So, Steve, I do, you know, hats off to you with that. You do a really good job with that. So.
Thank you, my friend.
But God bless you guys. God bless America. We will see you next week.
Peace.